Good morning. Um, it is Monday morning. It's about 6:30 in the morning. It's pretty cold out. There's frost on the ground. Um, Sun's just coming up. There's lots of birds out. And you guys are probably thinking, what is Mrs. Pyre doing at 6:30 in the morning, um, up and recording? So, if some of you remember, on the wall by the music room across from the kitchen, there was this bulletin board, and I would be putting up the seven sacred teachings, or the seven grandfather teachings, and I've been putting them up all year. And I walked by them a week ago or so, and I was thinking, like, I'd still like to connect with you guys about the grandfather teachings. And it's really hard for me to tell you about the seven teachings because I am not an elder, and I am the Indigenous liaison, but I struggle with how much I know, passing on wisdom that I don't necessarily know. I've had an amazing year learning things, but to pass it on to you guys, I found it quite hard um, because I don't feel worthy, or I don't think I have enough to teach it. And I struggled about. I thought, oh, I can't do these. I can't do these grandfather teachings online because I'm not wise enough. And so it makes me think of when you guys do something hard, like what we're doing right now. You struggle with thinking that you're enough. And so I thought, instead of trying to teach it to you, I'm going to share it because that's something I can do. Um, so yeah, I'm going to try and give you seven sacred teachings, one a week, for the next 7 weeks till school is over. So hopefully I can do it outside and share some things with you. So again, I'm not the most knowledgeable person to do this, but I thought I want to share it with you. So the seven sacred teachings, or the seven grandfather teachings, there's so many stories and there's so many ways to tell you about them. But basically, it's how Indigenous people, Métis people, Inuit people, First Nations people, all kind of have the same belief, and they all have that this grandfather teachings came from basically the seven grandfathers looked down and to see how their people were doing. And they didn't like what they saw, and they didn't like how people were treating each other or Mother Earth, because what we do is we call this Mother Earth because she provides everything for us. She provides our food, our clothing, shelter. So and to each other, the people weren't treating each other very well. So story goes is that they found a child. Oh, there's my cat. Hello, cat. And they decided to give this knowledge, these values, these teachings, these seven teachings to this child. Um, oh, something just happened. Oh, I think I'm okay. So they gave these teachings to this child, and this child, um, no one of these teachings are more important than the other, but they do show us how to respect each other and how to respect Mother Earth. As I'm sitting out here listening and smelling and just taking the time just to be grateful for what Mother Earth has provided for us, has given to us. We need to do that, right? Especially now, now and always. So the seven sacred teachings, I need my papers. There's seven of them, and no one is more important than the other. Oh, I licked my finger, but it's okay. I'll wash my hands just before I got out here. So the 7 are respect, uh, which is usually shown with a buffalo. Honesty is with a big man or the sable. Love is the eagle. Bravery or courage, most of the time we use courage, and a bear. Humility is the wolf, and truth is the turtle, and wisdom from the beaver. And so I talked to an Indigenous liaison friend of mine in Beaver Lodge, and I said, Barb, tell me, like, which one do I start with? How do I start? How do I tell our kids about these 7 sacred teachings? Which one is most important? And she said, look at those and see which one is most important to you. So, out of all those 7 sacred teachings, the most important one to me is love. And it's shown by the eagle. And why I think this one is so important, because you have to show love for yourself. It's like, if you've ever watched any of my videos, I'm always telling you guys to, like, stretch out your fingers, and we hug ourselves in my videos, and I always say, like, it's got to come from us first. It has to come from inside. The before we can give anybody else any love, we have to share it inside. It has to come from in here. And so, to me, that is the most important sacred teaching. And so it's they talk about how that the love, you can go great places. You can soar like an eagle if you love yourself first, because then you can love all things. You can love Mother Earth, you can love your fellow man. And the thing is unconditional love. It's love no matter what. Unconditional means no matter what. Having that love. So no matter what your parents or your siblings or your some guy in the street makes you mad, but you still love that person. You still love that. It's unconditional. You love them no matter what. And that's the most important thing. We cannot soar like the eagle if we can't love and have that vision. And that vision is to, take care of each other and take care of Mother Earth. I'm just looking at my notes. I didn't write anything down because you guys know Mrs. Pear. Mrs. Pear goes off the cuff, and she doesn't. And the reason I started with love too is because everything I tell you guys comes from my heart, and so I thought that was the most important one. It says, like, love is a strong affection for each other. It can form. We can have love between friends, not just our families. Between friends, it's between family, it's between our fellow man, like the guy down the street. Love is an attachment based on devotion, kindness for all things around you. So loving all kinds of things. When you can love yourself, you can love each other. And Indigenous people, they talk about Creator, and they talk about how we can have love for Creator and love and live all in harmony. And when we love enough, love knows no bounds. Love is, yeah. So I want you guys to think of something. I want you to think of, and you don't have to email me back, because in my other videos I'm always, email me back and tell me what you're thinking. Where, I want you guys to think about this. Where can you find, number one, like, love for yourself? And that's one of the hardest ones. It's another reason why I started this video with the teachings with love. Is I kept telling myself, I can't do this. I'm not Indigenous enough. I am not knowledgeable enough. I want to make sure that I did a good job honoring the 7 sacred teachings. And so it's finding that love for yourself and saying it's okay. And doing hard things. We can all do hard things, Claremont. Like, we can. So, wanting you to find love. How can you find love for yourself? Like, what's one thing you could do? Like, because it's really easy to tell ourselves, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not enough. But how can we, like, thinking of something that you could tell yourself today that about yourself, and then maybe, showing some love towards your family members today. Like, what could you do? What's one thing you could do? No, yeah, and I mean, yeah, it's easy to say, Mom, I love you. But what else? How could you show it? What's one thing you could do to show that you love your family? And then what's one thing you could do to show Mother Earth? She is so beautiful. Sitting out here is amazing. There's birds and squirrels and it's cold. Trust me, it's cold. But what could we do for Mother Earth to show you that you love her? Okay, so that's one thing I want you guys to think about this week is like love for yourselves, love for your fellow man and your family, and then love for Mother Earth. Thinking about that. Okay. It's not exactly how I wanted this video to go. But that's what happens, guys, is we have to let go of expectations. We have to let go of doing things right, maybe, and doing things that come from the heart. Yeah. So this is it. I'm going to meet you guys once a week, but I would love to hear from you. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, I'm not the knowledge keeper. I am not the elder, but I did want to share some things with you, and I do want to share some things with you all week. Yeah, and I'm going to post some things, some posters. Oh, and I'm going to post some links that maybe explain things better than Mrs. Pyar. I am just one mere mortal on Mother Earth, just trying to share some things with you. Okay, so that's it for this week. I'll be back, and I'm always trying to be on Mother Earth to talk to you guys about our teachings. Okay, be safe, be filled with love this week, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.